Welcome to the homework introduction. Now, before I get going, you have watched the orientation video, correct? You have watched the introduction to Module 1, correct? Don't have to say that. Don't have to ask that, right? Okay, click on homework. And of course, you have clicked on this link, which is why you're watching me now. So let's go in here into McGraw-Hill Connect. We've got the chapter readings here. We've got homework problems here. We've got the quiz there. Let's click on the chapter 1, the introduction to economics. And it's going to take you in and look like this. It's going to welcome you, and it's going to have the course and the semester and my name and all that. And your email address. Well, it's got mine already in there. Probably won't have yours, but here's the thing they're telling us to use your campus email address. Not your personal email address. So use your OCC email address here. There have been some problems apparently when other email addresses have been used. So okay, you click begin, and now if you already have let's see if I can get this down. If you're already in the class, if you've already registered, just sign in. Otherwise, this is going to take you through and ask your name and a bunch of stuff and get you registered in there and connect. When you get into the chapter, this is what you're going to see after you've registered and all that. And you're going to find yourself here. Chapter 1, Introduction. Now you just scroll on down and you read that page, and then there's a little arrow going to the next page. Okay, you've probably done this before. So read the chapter. There you go. Now let me just page through this quickly. Okay, there's the summary. And here are some problems at the end of the chapter. These are not the problems we're doing in the class. Okay, this is something else. There's no way to submit these problems. I mean, you can look at them if you want. I mean, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just don't knock your head against the wall trying to figure out how to submit these, because these are not them. Other things to note is up here, you can change the size of the font. You can search for stuff there. You can, this can take you to a previous place. Here you've got table of contents, and there's some you can highlight, you can take notes, mark the place. A lot of stuff you can do. Just kind of play around with that, get familiar with that. After you've read the chapter, you've all done with that, you've read the chapter, now it's time to do the homework. So you click on homework, and that's going to take you in to, well, it knows it's me, and that is not what it's going to look like. I get a different view than you do. This is what it's going to look like. So it'll take you in here, and the estimated time and all that. Scroll down. Now there are a couple of ways to get in here. Want to learn more before you answer the questions? Okay, click continue reading. Familiar with the material, ready to start the assignment, continue to the questions. I would go in this way. I would click on that. The nice thing about that is you can have a nice little review, because what it does here is it highlights the main points. Okay, you just go through that like you did before, but it's kind of now got kind of the main brief review. It's kind of a built-in review. So when you're ready for the questions, click to questions, and there you are. You click on the answer, and I didn't even read the question. Okay, I'm really sure that's it. This is helping you learn it, and if you miss it, it's going to help you learn it. So I clicked on that without even looking at the question, and I must have got it right. I was hoping I'd miss it. Let's see if I missed this one. Okay. Ah, yes. Before moving on, I missed it. So I must review a resource for this question. See, it makes you learn it. Here's the correct answer. And we can read about that concept by clicking here. See, it's pretty good. Now, this is arranged so that you get, I guess, infinite attempts, really. There's no reason to get through this with anything less than a perfect score. But don't abuse it. I mean, you're not going to learn anything if you just sleepwalk through it. So the idea here is to help you learn it, actually learn the stuff. So you've read the chapter, you've gone through a brief review of the chapter with the highlighted parts of the text, and then you do these homework questions. And now you are probably ready for the quiz. Not to say that you're gonna, the quiz may be a little bit difficult. I don't know. I mean, it's the thing about the quiz is you've got. Well, let me talk about the quiz in a minute. Let's back up here. So that's how that works. Okay, I think that's pretty intuitive right there. So when you're done with the homework, move on to the quiz. Now, there's nothing that says the quiz can't be open book. You can go back here and read this stuff. I have no problem with that. But with the quiz, you do get 2 chances with the quiz. You don't get unlimited chances with the quiz. You got 2. However, now this is the part you need to get. The scores are averaged. So if you decide, oh, well, I get 2 chances, I'll just go through, guess all the answers, get the right answers, write them down, and then I'll go back through on my second chance and I'll get 100%. Well, if you did that, let's say you got 0 the first time through because you're just, taking shortcuts. Then the next time you get 100. Average those 2 scores is 50. You flunked. Okay, the reason it's structured that way is to give you the incentive to prepare for the quiz, to actually learn this stuff. Okay, imagine that. So actually learn it by going through the process. Don't take shortcuts. If you take shortcuts, you know what? You're going to get shortcut results. So you can take the quiz twice, but the scores are averaged. Now, another thing I might mention, you got to stay up on this stuff. Don't get behind. Whatever you do, don't get behind. But I will accept late work. However, okay, that's different than usual, but you will receive a 5% penalty per day that it's late. 1 day late, 5% off. 2 days late, 10% off. Okay, got it? So just be aware of that. But even better, stay up. Get things done by the deadline. Deadline each night, or when it's due is 11:59 p.m. Okay, and that's Eastern time. So if you're in another part of the country or world, which is often the case, we're on Eastern time, okay, in the U.S. All right, let's move on to, I didn't even click on that. Let's click on that and take a look. Now, my view is a little bit different. Give me a second to get in here. And yours is going to look like this when you get in. There you are. There's the question. Nothing fancy about that. Actually, you got the first question correct, given to you. There's a bonus for watching this video. You get the First answer is the first quiz. Okay. Now let's look at your Economics USA assignments. Now remember, these are 30% of your grade. Now just recall that the homework is 20%, the quizzes are 40%, and the Economics USA is 30% of your grade. So here's a little intro on how to write and submit the Economics USA assignments. Well, click on that and it will explain it to you. Well, here is an example. Each Economics USA video is a half-hour long, and it has 3 cases, about 10 minutes each. And you'll see a story, and then after the story, you'll have an economist come on and explain to you the economics of what you just saw. Okay, then it'll go right into another case or story, case study. Okay, followed, then another economist, maybe the same one, will be on there explaining the economics, what you just saw. Okay, so there's 3 of those. Each one has 3, and you just write a short summary of each case. There it is. Simple. So how do you actually do that? Well, here's your first Economics USA assignment. Let's click on that. Here's where you access the video. Video is resources and scarcity. And you just click on that. It takes you right to the video. You push play and you watch. All right? Not much to explain there. Now, here's how you submit your summary. And I recommend that you write this down, that you do your summaries in a word processor, save it, and then just cut and paste it in case something goes wrong. Occasionally, the internet goes down right when you are, submitting your summary. Something goes wrong, and all that work is gone. So I would write it in the word processor, save it, then cut and paste. So let's go on in here. Here it says, submit your summaries first by clicking on Write Submission, and then Submit. Please do not use the comment area for submissions. Now, it's very common that students will click the comment area, and I don't blame the student. This is a pad designed by Blackboard. You know, unless you're paying extremely close attention, it looks like that's where it's supposed to go. But on my end, if you do that, it's a total mess. It's virtually unreadable. So don't do that. Let me show you. Click on Submit Summary here. Okay. Click on Write Submission. And then cut and paste it right there. And then click on Submit. Now, here's the comment section down here. And it's a lot easier to see that than to see that little Write Submission button. So be sure to put it right there, not in the comment section. Okay, I think that's it. There you go. Any questions? You know how to get a hold of me in Blackboard Messages right here. Click on Messages, and I'll see you in Module 2.